Good morning, dear students of SSC class 11. Winter has appeared, and I'd like to wish you, with the emergence of winter, and I'm sure you are still inside home, taking the advantages of these live classes arranged by Dhaka College. Dear students, you can still remember that I started with a passage from your English for today. And I started actually with Nelson Mandela. In my last class, I talked about Unit 1, Lesson 2. You can remember, I talked about Unit 1, Lesson 2. It is about Nelson Mandela. I talked about the passage. I tried my level best to make you understand the whole passage. And after that, I gave you a list of vocabularies. The students, I gave you a list of vocabularies. Today, I will start from where I ended in my last class. You know that in my last class, I told you about Unit 1 and Lesson 2. Okay, I talked about these two paragraphs. And I'm sure you can still remember. And I'm sure you have repeated and you have gone through this passage again after the completion of my previous class. I talked about these paragraphs also. I gave you this list of vocabularies, and I told you that this kind of questions, that means questions on synonym and antonym, will be given in your upcoming class test. So, my dear students, I would again request you to remember these words, and it will be really beneficial to you in your upcoming exams, in your second paper, because you have vocabulary at question number 11 of English second paper. So, my dear students, today what we are going to do is that we are going to talk about MCQs, and after talking about MCQs, I will talk for a while about the question patterns or questions about the upcoming class test 1. Okay, so my dear students, let us talk about the MCQ. Look at now I want to talk about these MCQs, and one thing that I always expect from you is the active participation. I will talk about every MCQ, and you are requested to give me the answer. The comment box is ready for you, and today I will try to have a look towards your answer in the comment box, because I have already opened my computer, laptop, or you can say desktop, and I will have your answers. Okay, so let us start. What is the first question? The word reconciliation means we have got 4 options. Dear students, we have got 4 options: to end to a disagreement and the start of a good relationship again, coming together, having good relation, or dissolve hostility. What do you think the correct answer of MCQ A? Dear students, what is your answer? Write down the answer in the comment box. I have not got any answer yet from you. You are busy with your presence. One student, Abrar Hussain Iram, you have written 1. Okay, let's see what other do. Nilay Chandra Das has taken D. Ayan A. Okay. What are my other students? Rohan Hussain A. Raihan Hussain A. Anybody else? Answer B. Oh my God. Some of the students want answer. Some of students have chosen option A, some B, even some D. Nafiz Iqbal A. Okay. Farjin Diha A. Rifat Mahmood A. Okay, my dear students, let us decide what the correct answer is. Reconciliation means to come to an end regarding a disagreement and to start a good relationship again. Okay, so I have told you that to end to a disagreement and start of a good relationship is usually called reconciliation. So option A is the correct answer. So now, my dear students, let us talk about question number B. This is really important. This is really important for you. The word embody in the passage could be best replaced by embody. In Bengali, it's called murto kora. There are 4 options we have got. Option A is showing something. Option B, expressing or representing an idea or quality. Option C, believing something clearly. And option 4, giving an example. What is your answer for question number B? The students, what is your answer for question number B? Afnan Khoyam, Noirat B. Yes. Rohan B. Mahian ko B. D. Okay, carry on. You are having different answers and we are enjoying because you are participating. Salman Shishir C. Shoykot Ghosh B. Okay, excellent. I haven't told you the exact answer, but I want your answer at first. Okay, Raihan, carry on. SM Shanto Islam B. Raihan Hussain B. Okay, most of the students are choosing option B. I have not given my answer yet. Raisa Islam B. Abdur Rahman B. Raisa, I think a guest of Dhaka College. I'd like to welcome you also. Shajjad Ahmed Fahim B. Okay, let us not waste a single second. The word embody in the passage could be best replaced by expressing or representing an idea or quality. So our answer is option B. Okay, so B is the correct option. Now I'd like to talk about option number C. Emancipation. Dear students, emancipation is not synonymous. Emancipation is not synonymous to. What does it mean? Are we looking for synonym or antonym? Here is a not. That means you are not told to identify the synonym of emancipation. You should look for something that is the antonym of emancipation. Now write your answer in the comment box. Write the answer of option C in the comment box. Okay, Nilay Chandra Das C. Riazuddin D. Ikramul Hasan Nabil D. This is a very tricky question. The students of inter first year, this is a very tricky question because there will arise confusion, but I will not tell you right now. At first I want to have answers from you, then I will show you the correct option. Shanto D. Imon Akon has written freedom. Shiraz Firoz D. Shoykot Ghosh D. I want comment from every student. You are requested to involve yourself in the learning process. The students of Dhaka College as well as the students of other colleges, you are requested to participate. I want to have your answer. Hasibur Rahman D. Arafat Hawladar C. Amit Kumar Roy C. Rohan C. Abrar Hussain Iram D. Okay, carry on. I want more answers from you. If you choose different options, we will get an opportunity to rectify our mistakes. That means we will look for the correct answer. Mahabub Hussain Imon D. Yes, carry on. Horidars Datto C. Laxman D. Kaushik D. Shipra Shaha, one of my guests, has written enslavement. Thank you for your participation, Shipra. Nahim Hossein Afridi. Nasrin Sarkar, one of my another guests. Masum Billah C D. Okay, most of the students has taken the option C and D. Most of the students have taken the option C and D. Now I have a question. Which one should I take? If it were a real classroom, I would definitely ask the students, why have you chosen this answer? if it were a direct classroom. Dear students, in Bengali, emancipation means mukti. In Bengali, emancipation means mukti. The synonym of emancipation is freedom and independence. But we are not looking for synonyms. We are looking for antonym because there is a not. Now, let me explain. Listen to what I say. Option 3, I don't know whether option 3 is the correct answer or not. Option 3, enslavement. Option 4, imprison. Dear student, look at, we are looking for the antonym of emancipation. We are looking for the antonyms of emancipation. But before finding out the answer, you have to identify the perspective of emancipation. This is really important. Emancipation is itself a noun. So, whatever you take, it must be a noun. So, emancipation is a noun. We need to look for an antonym, and this antonym must be a noun. Dear students, this antonym must be a noun. Enslavement, imprison. Both of them can be answered if both of them become the participial speech, become noun. Okay, enslavement is noun, and in my last class I talked about imprison. I told you that the verb form of prison is imprison, so it's a verb. So what is your answer? You are requested to find out. Emancipation is a noun, enslavement is a noun, imprison is a verb. If it were imprisonment, I would definitely take the option. But I will not take the option because it has become a verb. So the option 3 is the correct answer. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay? Nafis and Islam, you are absolutely correct. It's a noun. We have to take the noun first. Sinanuddin C, thank you. Riazuddin Ahmed C. Jannatul Mawatoni. I think Jannatul Mawatoni has got me. That's why she has written oh. Laxman, Hafizur Rahman, Mahfuz Sarkar. Okay. All of you, can I say that you have got me, dear students? Can I say that you have got me? You have got the answer of question number C. Emancipation is a noun, and you are looking for the antonym of emancipation. And if you want to take an option, that antonym or that option must be a noun. As imprison is a verb, we will not take this answer. We will take the answer enslavement, and it is option 3. Is it clear to you? I think it's clear to you. Now, my dear students, let us calculate option D under the segment MCQ. Excuse me. Okay. Mandela tried not to dash a civil war. Mandela tried not to dash a civil war. In my previous class, I told you that Nelson Mandela is a symbol of unity. That's why Nelson Mandela didn't want to have any kind of civil war, didn't want to have any kind of strife. Nelson Mandela didn't want to have any kind of strife or violent activities between the black people and the white people. That's why she didn't want any fighting. So what could be the answer for option D? Mandela tried not to shun, escape, fight shy of meat. Okay, tell me. Safi, Fardeen, Raihan, all of you are taking the option D or 4. Nidhi has written a 4. Momen Miraz D, Afnan Khoyam Noirat D. Nilay Chandrash meet, okay. Thank you. 99% students have taken the option D. What should I take? Definitely, I would be agreed with you. Mandela tried not to meet a civil war. What does civil war mean in Bengali? What does civil war mean in Bengali? Dear students, Shipra Shah has written meet. Thank you, Shipra. You are absolutely correct. Raisa D, absolutely correct. Hasib Mehdi. Yes. Fight shy of. Okay. Kaji Shafin has given the Bengali meaning of civil war. Thank you. Fardeen Kabir Alok, thank you. Okay. One student has the question, fight shy of. In Bengali, fight shy of means eriye chola. Fight shy of means eriye chola. Did Mandela try to fight shy? Mandela did not try. That is, fight shy of is a phrase and it carries the same meaning as shun and escape. That's why we will not take fight shy of. Okay, civil war in Bengali, it's called Griho Juddha. The phrase civil war expresses the meaning Griho Juddha in Bengali. Okay. I think you have got the answer of option D. And thank you. I'd like to thank you again for your excellent participation. Okay. A teacher gets enjoyment or recreation whenever his or her students participate in the classroom actively. Thank you. I'd like to thank you again and again. Now let us talk about option number E. Mandela guided South Africa to a dash state. The students, again write your answer in the comment box for option E. Mandela guided South Africa to a dash state. Okay. I want my every student to participate in this virtual class with me. Tamim Hafsa, neutral. Mohammed Akib, B. Monir Hussain, C. Okay. What are the other students? What about the other students? What was the target? What was the target of Nelson Mandela? What kind of state Nelson Mandela wanted South Africa to be? Better, neutral, advanced, broader. Okay, some of the students have taken A, some of you are taking B, some of you are writing neutral. Monir Khan, you are absolutely correct. Your explanation is absolutely correct. And if it was, thank you. You are written in. You have written in Bengali. Yusuf Sadat Abid, A. Aryan Ahmed, neutral. That is a B. That is option 2. Dear students, it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. It is not A or B or C or D. Can't find it. The options are 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't write A, B, C, D. Okay. What is the meaning of brooder? One student has asked me this question. You are requested to look for the word in the dictionary. You yourself should learn. If I tell you the answer, you will become lazier. Sinaruddin has written to Ashraf Rafi to. What are my other students? Hurry up. Anupam to. Monira Jasmine Mishti has had a question. What is the meaning of brooder? Moiluzan Munna to. Dear students, look for the word brooder in the dictionary. I will not tell you. Look, try to learn by yourself, and if you learn by yourself, the word or the learning will be in your memory forever. Rohan Hussain 1. Okay. Mandela guided South Africa to a dash state. Actually, Nelson Mandela wanted South Africa to a dash. Nelson Mandela converted South Africa into a neutral state. So our answer is option 2. Okay. We have talked about 5 MCQs. Now let us talk about some extra questions. The students of Dhaka College must listen to what I say right now. The students of Dhaka College must listen to me right now. I am talking about your question for your city exam. Look at question number F. This type of question will be given. This type of question will be given in your city exam. There is a line, imprisoned for nearly 3 decades for his fight against white minority rule, Mandela never lost his resolve to fight for his people's emancipation. In this line, I have underlined a word, and the word is resolve. And what is the question? The underline, it would be underlined. Sorry, extremely sorry. The underlined word is A or N. You are requested to find out the percentage of resolve. Please try to find out the percentage of resolve according to the uses in the sentence. What is your answer? What is your answer? What is your answer? Anton, noun. Noun. Ahmed Ali 3, that is adjective. Nahides 1. Shihab 2. Hurry up. I want more answer from you. Shihab Rahman 2. Mahbub Hossain Imon, noun. Okay. Fardin Kabir Alok 4. You are taking different options. Really, we are enjoying because you are having different answers and we will look for different answers. Dear students, don't forget that man learns through mistakes. We will learn whenever we make mistakes. Okay, Sharkar Asif Kais to Raihan, verb, noun. One student has taken verb, other student taken noun, others has taken noun and verb. Very good, excellent. We are learning. We are actually learning. Aryan Hamid, noun. Resolve goes for noun as well as verb. Okay, thank you, Monir Khan. You are absolutely correct. But you have to look for the parts of speech according to the sentence. I will talk about question number F. Before that, I want to talk about something else. Look at my dear students. I am talking something different from this passage. I am talking something that is outside from this passage. Okay, dear students, while What kinds of parts of speech is while? I am not talking about the word in the passage. It's a different word. What type of parts of speech is while? You can't say until I use this word in a sentence. What I am trying to say, you can identify a parts of speech only when it is used in a sentence. If I say, don't while away time. What type of parts of speech is while right now? What type of parts of speech is right? A. This is question A. This is question B. I saw you while playing. While. Option C. Wait for a while. I have written three sentences. Don't while away your time. I saw you while playing. Wait for a while. First while, second while, third while. You can't say all the whiles are conjunction. You can't say. It depends. The parts of speech, the identification of a parts of speech depends on the usage in the sentence. So, my dear students, I have one recommendation for you, and that is you have to identify the parts of speech of a word according to the usage in the sentence. Okay. First one, second one, third one. What is your answer? And write in the comment box. Saundarya Roy, option A, verb. Thank you. Saundarya Roy, option B, adverb. Saundarya Roy, option C, noun. Okay. Let's see what others write. Okay, Rohan. Thank you. Where are my other students? I want everybody to participate. Yes, thank you, verb, conjunction, noun. Piyash, Raihan, Ronnie, Fardin Kobiralok, Nidhi, thank you. Noun, adjective, oh, thank you. What are my other guests? The first one is verb, second one adverb, third one noun. Thank you for your answer. I will determine whether your answers are correct or not. I think I'm taking too much time, but if you want to learn effectively, you have to take time. Okay, look at my dear students. Here, while is a verb. Here, while is a verb. We know that after do not, does not, did not, we have to take the base form of the verb. After do not, does not, and did not, we have to take the base form of the verb. And according to the structure of this sentence, we can say that while is a verb. But what does while mean in Bengali in this sentence? While away. It's a phrase. You can say it's a verbal phrase. While away is a phrase, it's a verbal phrase. It's also called phrasal verb. While away, you can say it's a phrase. You can say it's a verbal phrase. You can say it's a phrasal verb. But what is the Bengali meaning of while away? The Bengali meaning of while away is অপচয় করা অপচয় করা The Bengali meaning of while away is অপচয় করা okay I saw you while playing I saw you while playing What type of participle speech is while What type of participle speech is while dear students What type of participle speech is while Is it a conjunction or preposition Is it a conjunction or preposition dear students Is it a conjunction or preposition while Definitely it's a preposition Definitely because if it works as a conjunction definitely you have to create a clause here This while is working as okay wait let me give you another example I saw you while I was playing another one I saw you while I was playing this while and this while I think these two whiles are completely different okay this while is working as preposition and we know that after preposition noun is used okay here playing is working as gerund and we can say it's a noun because gerund works as a noun okay okay this one I saw you while I was playing this while has connected these two parts that's why we can call it a conjunction okay and this one wait for a while this one is a noun because we know that after determiner we know that after determiner means a and the there are some other determiners also after determiner you have to use noun that's why you have to say wait for a while this one is a noun so my dear students don't while your time this while is a verb I saw you while playing this one is a preposition wait for a while this while is a noun I saw you while I was playing this one is a conjunction why have I used these outside sentences in this virtual class although this is a class of Nelson Mandela I have written these examples because I want to show you that you have to determine a participle speech according to the uses in the sentence I was talking about question number F but some of you have been really wrong because some of you are taking the option resolve is a verb okay resolve is a verb but you have to get this word as the whenever this word function as the verb you can take it as a verb otherwise not let me explain again the students of Dhaka College you will get this kind of question in your upcoming exam that's why I am taking too much time on this topic do you know possessive form there are three kinds of persons first person I second person you third person he or she or it or they the students the possessive form of I is my the possessive form of we is our the possessive form of you is your the possessive form of he is his the possessive form of she is her the possessive form of it is its but don't use any apostrophe the possessive form of they is their these are the possessive forms. Dear students, these are the possessive forms. If I say, what is the possessive form of Rajiv? Dear students, what is the possessive form of your teacher's name? What is the possessive form of Rajiv? Definitely, the possessive form of Rajiv is Rajivs. After this possessive form, you are bound to use a noun. Okay? His resolve. His is a possessive form. What is the answer? I want to have your comment box. The students. Rajiv sirs. No, the possessive form of Rajiv is Rajivs. Don't say Rajiv sirs. Okay, Ryan. Thank you. Some of have written my wrong spelling of my name. Afia, noun. Thank you. Here, his is a possessive form. My another question here. The students. So, what have I taken? What is the decision that we have taken? The decision that we have taken is after possessive, the parts of speech becomes a noun. Clear to you? Today, I think I am torturing you much. Please don't take me in a different way. We are learning. Actually, a direct class is really enjoyable. Direct class is really enjoyable, but whenever a virtual class is participated by hundreds of students, it becomes really enjoyable. Those who are with me right now are requested to participate in this class. I'm really trying to get your answers with my own eyes right now. Okay, excellent answer is written by Jahin Farhan Jisan, possessive plus noun. Excellent. So after possessive, the parts of speech will become a noun. But my question is, what kind of parts of speech is his? What kind of parts of speech is his? Are you interested about your exam? Your exam will be held very soon. His is what type of parts of speech is his? Excellent. Here, after possessive we are taking noun. That means this possessive is modifying resolve. In the meanwhile, our chairman sir Puranjoy Bishwas has conducted 2 classes on modifier, and you have already got that. If any parts of speech modifies noun, that parts of speech must be an adjective. That's why we can say Ashraf Rafi has written really well. It's called possessive adjective. Excellent answer. Thank you. Muhammad Safi Raihan, don't say these are pronouns. This has become adjective because this his modifies resolve. Resolve is a noun. If any parts of speech modifies a noun, such parts of speech will be regarded as adjective. So up to this part, you have got question number F. There is a mistake in the question. The underline, it would be underlined. I'm sorry. I express my regret for writing this kind of wrong sentence. Our last question. What is the noun form of the word embody? The students, this type of question will also be given. You have to identify the format of parts of speech. That means you have to identify the parts of speech, and you have to change the parts of speech in different words. That means you have to change or turn the word in different parts of speech. In my first class, I talked about embody. What kind of parts of speech is embodied? Dear students, what kind of parts of speech is embodied? What type of parts of speech is embodied? Okay. Mala Devi has written embodiment. Excellent. That means embodiment has been taken by most of the students. Yes, Atikur Rahman, embody verb. Thank you. Oh my God, Monir Khan, it must be embodiment. You have confidence in you. Thank you. Embody is a verb. I am willing to have the identification of parts of speech. What type of parts of speech is embodiment? Embody is a verb. Sumaya Shruti, thank you. Shimanto Dash, embody verb. Embody is a noun. Shamim Rani. Okay, Afridi, thank you. Okay, embody is a verb. But my question, what is the noun form of embody? If I turn embody into noun, what should be the answer? Yes, most of you are absolutely correct. Most of you are absolutely correct. Embody, the noun form of embody is embodiment. Okay, my dear students, this is I, don't Y. Embody is a verb, and the noun form of embody is embodiment. I have completed MCQs. There are some questions for you, and you will be given 5 questions in your final exam. In your final exam, it will be given 5 questions. But the students of Dhaka College, the first year students of Dhaka College are told you that you will not give any kind of CQ questions. You will get only MCQs. There will be 20 MCQs. There will be 20 MCQs, and if you can answer 20 MCQs well, you will get 20 marks. And I have told you that questions will be based on synonyms, antonyms, identification of parts of speech, and change of words into different parts of speech. I have completed the passage of Nelson Mandela. I will talk about another 5 minutes. I will give you some parts of speech, and you are requested to identify the parts of speech of those words. I would like to give you some words, and you are requested to identify the parts of speech of this word. And I will tell you to turn the word into different parts of speech. Okay. The first one. We are talking something different. It is not related to the passage of Nelson Mandela. We are learning something different. It is an outside talking. What type of parts of speech is night? The students, what type of parts of speech is night? Oh, my dear students, listen to what I say. In my next class, I will talk about the unforgettable history. That means I will talk about Unit 1, Lesson 1. I will make you understand the whole passage. I will give you vocabularies. I will give you MCQs. I will give you question answer. And I will have another excellent participatory class with you with Unit 1, Lesson 1. Okay, what type of parts of speech is night? Write in the comment box. Night is a noun. Night is a noun, but my question is, what is the adjective form of night? What is the adjective form of night? Oh my God, excellent. Can't say because it's not used in a sentence. Excellent. This is my students. You are absolutely correct. But we are we are practicing our examples into segment words. Okay, don't take me in a different way. What type of parts of speech is night? Night is a noun. Now write down the adjective form of night. What is the adjective form of night? No, no, no. It's a noun. Thank you, Mishti. It's a noun. But tell me the adjective form of night. Can't say. Roman Y. Try. Excellent, Raufun Rahim. Thank you. The adjective form of night is nocturnal. Nocturnal, okay. Nightmare is a noun, my dear students. Nightmare is a noun. Don't say nighty. It's nocturnal, okay. I'd like to give you another word, and with this word I'd like to come to an end regarding today's class. Our last word for today. So the adjective form of night is nocturnal. What kind of parts of speech is C and this C? What kind of parts of speech C? Ratul noun, Riyaz noun, Tamim noun, Akib noun. Oh, okay, all of you are having the answer now. So I should say C is a noun. Thank you. But my question is, what is the adjective form of C? What is the adjective form of C? What is the adjective? Iman? Yes, Antar. Thank you. But my question is, what is the adjective form of C? Who can give me the answer? Who can give me the answer? Riazul Shakil, you are absolutely correct. But give me the adjective form of C, S-E-A. Tasip, you are correct. Shohak, correct. Shohak, correct. It's obviously noun. C. Thank you, Shohak. No. Silly, no. Shoikat Ghosh. Okay, the adjective form of C is. Can I say marine? Can I say marine? Okay, Riazuddin Ahmed. Sir, you can give us the answer. I think you are psychologically suffering. This is the interest. If students become psychologically tortured, that means whenever students will talk about this learning process, they will psychologically tortured, but at the end of the day, they will learn. This is the learning process. Okay? What is the C is a verb. Very good. What is the noun form of C? 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 Yes. What is the noun form of C, dear students? No. Durjoy, Bonik, no. The noun form of C is sight. Thank you, my dear students. I don't want to talk anymore today. I'm really overjoyed. I'm really delighted as well as thrilled to have your just kind of participation. You can say active participation. Dear students, this is how we should learn. I'm not the only man who is talking in the class. You are also talking. You are also talking with your brain, with your pen, with your fingers, by writing your answers in the comment box. My dear students, in my next class, I will talk about Unit 1, Lesson 1. It's about the unforgettable history. That means it's about the historic 7th March speech delivered by our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. We will learn the whole passage. After learning, I will give you a list of important words along with their synonyms, and I will give you the most important questions, that means MCQs, given in different colleges in the test exams in this year and the previous year. So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you for being with me. I'd like to have your participation in my upcoming classes like today. So stay safe and blessed. I always pray for you. Thank you. Bye bye.